Okay, and welcome to our Unit 2 test review, Part 2. Now, number 6 says solve the following equation for x. And I want you to recall what is the very first thing we always want to do. We always want to simplify the left and the right side by distribution or combining like terms. So let's go ahead and distribute right here. We see negative 8 times 12x, which will give us negative 96x. We see negative 8 times negative 7, which will give us positive 56. And of course, I just dropped my 5x minus 10 is equal to. Now on the right side, I know 3 times 16 will give me 48, and 3 times negative 7x will give me negative 21x. From here, let's go ahead and combine our like terms. I know that negative 96x plus 5x will give me negative 91x, and of course, we know that 56 minus 10 will give us positive 46. Now this is equal to 48 minus 21x. Now I've had some students recently show some confusion on what you should move first, x's or constants. And of course, guys, we always want to get rid of our constants. So, our x's. We always want to get rid of our x's first. So let's add 21x to both sides. Let's add 21x to both sides. And normally I'd say move the smaller one, but here we're moving the larger one just because. And we're having negative 70x. Okay. Plus that 46 is, of course, equal to 48. Now from here, now we can move our constant, and we can subtract 46. We can subtract 46, and we will get this. We will get negative 70x is equal to, and of course, 48 minus 46 will be 2. Now from here, of course, guys, we can divide both sides by negative 70. Divide both sides by negative 70. We'll say this, x is equal to, as I reduce this, negative 1 over 35. All right, there's the answer to 6. Let's move on to problem number 7. Now in number 7, it says given a is a constant, what value of a would make the system below have no solution? Now I want y'all to recall that no solution is really implying that things are parallel. And I want to ask you, what does it mean for two lines to be parallel? It means for them to have the same slope. So check it out. If A is the same as this number, they will be parallel and they will not cross. They would look something like that, where they never touch. So of course, guys, A is going to equal negative 2 over 3. That is how easy number 7 was. Let's move on. Okay, now in problem number 8, we want to simplify the expression below. Now let's start by distributing everything we see. We have a negative 3a squared. Negative 3 times 4a is negative 12a. Negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. Of course, we just drop our 7a squared. And now we have 2 times 4a, which will be 8a. Now we have 2 times negative 18, which is negative 36, and 2 times negative 4a squared, which is negative 8a squared. Now at this point, guys, we can go ahead and combine all of our like terms. I see a negative 3a squared, and a 7a squared, and a negative 8a squared. And guys, just real quick, I know that 7a squared minus 8a squared is equal to negative a squared. So this right here plus that will become negative 4a squared. Okay, in orange, I see my negative 12a and my 8a, and so that's going to be negative 4a. And lastly, guys, let's use nice purple. We know 3 minus 36 is negative 33. All right, guys, there's the answer to number 8. Let's go ahead and move on to number 9. Okay, for number 9, it says, which region below would represent the solution to the system of inequalities below? Well, guys, let's just go ahead and put this one in purple. We see here is our positive 3, and if we went up 1, 2, and the right 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is my line in purple, and notice it's saying greater than, so we will shade everything that is greater than that line. Now what about this? Let's do this one in orange. By default, of course, y'all, this has to be our line in orange, but we have to get y by itself. So I have negative 8x plus 2y is greater than 2. We can add 8x to both sides, And now we have 2y is greater than 8x plus 2. And of course, y'all, as we divide both sides by 2, the key here is we're dividing by a positive, so our inequality stays the exact same. So 8 divided by 2 will give us 4x plus 1. And since it's greater than, well, we know it's this region right here. So the overlapping double shaded region is region 1. The answer to number 9 is region 1. Okay, for number 10, it says solve the system of equations below. Guys, same as last time, we see that we have a variable by itself. And so let's go ahead and plug that in. Why not put this all in orange? 2x minus 9y is equal to 10. And if I ask you, what is y? Well, you would say that y is 2/3 x plus 2. Now from here, guys, we have some very simple math. We have 2x, and then negative 9 over 1 times 2 over 3 becomes negative 18. 9 times 2 is 18. Over 1 times 3 is 3x. And negative 9 times 2 is also negative 18. And of course, this will equal 10. Well, from here, let's do two things. Thing number one, let's say 2x minus 18 divided by 3 is 6x. And here, to get rid of this minus 18, we can add 18 to both sides. And we'll get this. 10 plus 18 is 28. Well, 2x minus 6x is negative 4x is equal to 28. We can divide both sides by negative 4. We'll say x is equal to negative 7. Now, if you will recall, that is not good enough to finish this. We now need to go ahead and plug this back into here. So we can say this. Let's do this equation in purple. Y equals 2 over 3 parentheses plus 2, where our x value is negative 7. And what is that going to look like? Well, sorry if I could pick the right color. That's negative 7 over 1. So we get negative 14 over 3 plus, yeah guys, come on in, plus 2 over 1. Remember, in order to add our fractions, we always need to multiply. We need to get this 1 to become a 3, so multiply by 3 over 3. Now from here, we could say this. Y equals negative 14 over 3 plus 2 times 3 is 6 over 1 times 3, 3. And y is equal to negative 8 over 3. We now have enough information to write our value. X is negative 7, and our y value is negative 8 over 3. Alright, thank you all so much. I hope this helps, and good luck on y'all's Unit 2 test coming up.